Oh yeah.
You are welcome to Enugu State This Week, our weekly platform that records major activities that took place in the state within the passing week. First, let's take a look at some of the stories that made our news bulletins within the week in review. But remember, you can join us live on Radio Garden by downloading the Radio Garden app from Google or Apple Play Store. Visit our website www.esbsenugu.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at ESBS Enugu and follow us on our other social media handles on X at Enugu ESBS and Instagram Enugu ESBS. I am Precious Chukwekezie. We'll start with this story. Governor Peter Mbah of Enugu State has unveiled the state's ambitious Smart Green Schools project, describing it as the most personal and transformative initiative of his administration, and a bold step towards preparing Enugu's children for a future of innovation, self-reliance, and global competitiveness. In a statewide broadcast to mark the opening of the first batch of the schools, Governor Mbah said the project was not merely about erecting classrooms, but about building the soul of the people and equipping the next generation to thrive in a rapidly changing world.
So what does smart green schools look like? And why smart? Why green? Each of the 260 schools is designed as a complete ecosystem for learning. Smart means integrating technology, critical thinking, and problem solving into every subject. Each has about 25 digitally connected modern classrooms, ICT centers, robotics and AI labs, e-libraries and spaces for experiential learning. They are green because they have renewable energy sources and smart farms where children plant, grow and harvest learning agriculture, not as theory but as practice. And they are inclusive. Every child is provided with free uniforms, books, meals and tablets. Each school has its own medical clinic, reliable water systems, and community halls that anchor the school in village life. Housing for teachers is on site so that the best educators live within the communities they serve, ensuring continuity of care and commitment. Smart green schools are not just an investment in classrooms, but in the soul of our people. The habits a child rehearses of curiosity and collaboration become the civic habits of the culture. A generation raised in schools of innovation will build an economy of innovation. A generation raised in classrooms of fairness will create a politic of justice. Those buildings are beyond mere bricks. We see in them children eagerly looking forward to the future. What makes the smart school distinctly different from the classrooms of the past is not only the architecture, but the philosophy of learning. In the old system, a child could pass through 6 years of schooling and still be limited to memorizing theories on a chalkboard. In the new model, the classroom is a creativity hub. Learning becomes experiential. Theory meets practice, and knowledge is translated into tangible skills. Children are able to put into practice what they have learned. This is the future we're building already. Tomorrow is here, is attracting attention far beyond Enugu, across Nigeria and across Africa. People are asking, what does it look like when a government invests 33% in the skills and soul of its children?
As Enugu State Governor Dr. Peter Mba inaugurated the Smart Green Schools, the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on New Media, Dr. Ruben Onyishi, says about 90% of the schools are ready for full resumption. Dr. Onyishi, who disclosed this during Sunrise FM Matters of the Moment, noted that the remaining 10% will resume within 2 weeks after installation and equipment and of furniture. He described the development as a new dawn in the history of the state, as Enugu children will be exposed to currency.
There's a lot going on in Enugu at this point, and it has to do with the future. It's talking about our children, the younger generation. I took my time to go to Udi just recently, and I discovered that this thing is actually affecting not just the Enugu metropolis as it is. It is actually going into villages, trust me.
On his path, the NSUBEB chairman, Associate Professor Hyginus Banko Okibe, says the Enugu Smart School curriculum had been modeled in line with the federal government's, in addition with other packages geared towards ensuring that each pupil on graduation acquires a sustainable skill for self-reliance. Okibe enumerated some features of Smart School, including internet facility, smart interactive board, tablets, among others.
What is expected is that the smart schools are all opening today, and the students are resuming all the smart schools in Enugu State today. That is something that is commendable of the state government. It's a flagship project of the Mba administration, and has channeled resources into it, and today it is a fait accompli. So that is the situation with the smart schools. Like you know, smart school is something that is order, in the sense that it is no longer cramming work for the students where you do theories, but what we experience is what they call experiential learning, where you do it yourself.
In recognition of his transformative economic policies and bold fiscal reforms, Governor Peter Mba of Enugu State has been conferred with the prestigious Governor of the Year in Internally Generated Revenue Award 2025. The award, announced during the nationwide roadshow for the 6th Nigerian States IGR Awards, celebrates Governor Mba's unprecedented success in driving Enugu State's IGR to record-breaking heights. According to official data presented by Revenue Magazine and Tractors for Africa, promoters of the annual awards, Enugu State achieved an extraordinary 433.11% increase in its internally generated revenue, rising from 33.86 billion naira in 2023 to a historic 180.50 billion naira in 2024. Presenting the award, the Nigerian States IGR Awards Committee praised Governor Mba for his visionary leadership, cutting-edge revenue strategies, and relentless commitment to economic transformation, noting that his administration's policies have set a new benchmark for subnational fiscal management. Governor Mba, in his response, dedicated the award to the people of Enugu State, affirming that recognition is both a testament to their resilience and a challenge to sustain the momentum. The Enugu State Police Command has intensified a search for the armed men who murdered Reverend Father Matthew Eya on the night of September 19, 2025, along a Handiago Ehetiti Road in the Halumona community in Suka local government area of Enugu State. Police Public Relations Officer Daniel Ndukwe said the Commissioner of Police, CP Maman Beatrice Giwa, ordered a renewed manhunt following reports of the attack. He said the CP directed the Udenu area commander and heads of the command's tactical and operational squads to fish out the fleeing assailants and ensure they are brought to justice. The chairman of Enugu State Council of Traditional Rulers, His Royal Majesty Igwe Samuel Asado, has commended the state governor, Dr. Peter Mba, for keeping to his promises with the people of the state. Igwe Asado said this in Enugu on Monday in an interview with newsmen while reacting to the state's transition from existing primary and junior secondary schools to smart green schools. He described the governor as a technocrat extraordinaire, stating that the Smart Green Schools initiative is a game changer in the state's primary and secondary education sector that will nurture future leaders. The monarch expressed gratitude to the governor for transforming the state and turning Enugu into a modern, smart state within few years of his administration, insisting that the state has witnessed a turnaround in all sectors of its economy, attributing it to the governor's deliberate effort to redefine the face of governance. The president of Enugu State Young Farmers Association, Kenneth Eze, has disclosed that Enugu State government's Songhai initiative will create thousands of jobs, boost food production, and change the mindset of the people towards agriculture. Mr. Eze, who featured as a guest on ETV morning program Spotlight, noted that the initiative marks a major milestone in the state's efforts to industrialize agriculture. According to him, the project will not only rehabilitate 10,000 hectares with secured land titles, but also establish training and incubation center for youth and women.
Let them not feel that agriculture is being neglected by the youth. No, we have never been so interested in agriculture than now. Yes, with the things that we have been, so many, we are now talking about a whole lot of initiatives in agriculture, and these have been propelled by youth, not older, not elderly ones. You can't even see the elderly ones in farm anymore. You can't see them. The people you see are the youth. And now we want to let them know that you can be a processor and you're also a farmer. You can be a marketer of agricultural productions and products, you're also a farmer. You as an exporter, you're a farmer. As a distributor, you're a farmer. As a warehouse manager or a storage officer, you're also a farmer. Once you are involved in the agricultural value chains, you're a farmer. So a farmer mustn't be that person that goes to the farm to go and use hoe and cutlasses and digger to farm the soil alone. No, there are other value chains. So these are many more what we are going to have in Enugu State once this deal is done and done appropriately well.
The government of the Federal Republic of Cote d'Ivoire has sought a formidable collaboration with Nigeria and Enugu State in particular in the areas of business and investment. The Ambassador Extraordinaire and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Cote d'Ivoire to the Federal Republic of Nigeria and ECOWAS, Mr. Khalilo Traore, who led a delegation from the country in a courtesy visit to the governor of Enugu State on Monday evening at the government house, Enugu, said it is very hospitable, hence the choice of the state. Our government house correspondent, Freddie Naji, completes the report.
The Cote d'Ivoire's ambassador, while expressing the country's interest in partnering the state in the area of vehicle manufacturing and assembling, described the Innocent Vehicle Manufacturing Company Limited as a safe haven for the partnership with the country. Describing Enugu as one of the best cities in Nigeria, Mr. Traore commended Governor Mba for providing a conducive environment that has attracted people from across the globe to the state.
We think that Mr. Chukwu is doing a very good job. Assembling very good vehicles here in Nigeria, and this can be useful for the whole region of West Africa.
Also, the Chief Executive Officer, Innocent Group of Companies, Mr. Innocent Chukwuma, who said his aim is to unite Africa, promised to transport his innovative initiative in vehicle manufacturing to Cote d'Ivoire.
Cote d'Ivoire government have recognized what I'm doing here, and they have been buying my vehicle, using my vehicle in their own country. And now they want me to come over with them to develop something in their own country.
Responding, Governor Mba, while expressing the readiness of his administration to collaborate with any genuine investment in the state, maintained that Enugu is open for business, tourism and living.
One of the basic things we committed to was to launch a quantum leap to grow the economy exponentially. And in order to do that, we believe that it would happen through collaboration, through partnership, and of course, unlocking private capital. And of course, private capital, as you know, usually interested in returns on investment. They want to come to where their capital is safe. So we've set out to ensure that we create that environment where businesses can thrive, where the capitals can be safe. And so we take issues of security very seriously. We've invested hugely in making sure that we have a safe city. We have a safe city that is largely covered by technology. So we have the security surveillance cameras that have AI, and they are able to help us track criminals. Even before they strike us, we get them and bring them to justice.
The Côte d'Ivoire's delegation was in Enugu to formalize agreement with Innocent Vehicle Manufacturing Company to bring such to their country. From Government House, Enugu, I am Fred Naji for ESBS News.
Chief Joseph Agu believes that in the selection of a new independent National Electoral Commission chairman, competence, credibility, and one with no allegiance to any political party must be considered. While speaking on the efforts of the current INEC chairman, Yakubu Mahmoud, Chief Agu said in every election circle, there are usually complaints and would be out of place to entirely criticize the electoral bodies involved in conducting elections. He noted that the election was three things to be adjudged and by and must meet the criteria of fairness, credibility, and process done in a transparent manner. Chief Agu, who was a guest on Good Morning Coal City on Sunrise FM 96.1, said the appointment of an INEC chairman is usually done with the support of the National Council of States and subject to confirmation by the National Assembly, not just a sole selection by the President. Hence, the appointment must impose confidence and trust. He said since 2015 to date, the electoral process has made some adjustments and hopes that more positive improvements are met in the next election cycle. The current INEC chairman is due to leave office in November, and there are speculations that the presidency is strongly considering 5 nominees, with 3 of them from Southwest Zone.
It doesn't matter who is appointed, so long as the person will discharge the functions of his office in accordance with the law. However, because we have different interests, different background, the president must make sure that he balances it. Because if he goes ahead to appoint somebody from the region where he comes from, it will send a signal that it was an orchestration for his 2027 election. But beyond that, the INEC chairman is supposed to be there for 10 years maximum, because the first term is 5 years. They say if you are lucky, like this Mahmoud, he got another term of office. That's 10 years maximum. So if you are looking at 2027, if you have 2027 in mind, you will say that the president will not appoint somebody from his region.
Colonel Daniel Didugu, retired, has been confirmed chairman of the Enugu State Forest Guard by the Enugu State House of Assembly. His confirmation was equal to his screening and interview by the members of the House of Assembly. Responding to questions from members of the House of Assembly, the nominee assured that recruits would be tactically trained to ensure the crime of insecurity, especially Kidnapping and illegal logging of woods would be combated while maximally utilizing collaboration with sister agencies. He also noted that with the passion of the state government in addressing issues of insecurity, the guards would be equipped with the right tools, policies, standard operating procedures, and rules of engagement as guiding principles in safeguarding the forest. Colonel Didogu hails from Igbo local government area of Enugu State. Judith Ohini, our House of Assembly correspondent, reports that earlier the Speaker of the House, Mr. Uche read a letter from the State Governor, Dr. Peter Mba, on the nomination of Colonel Didogu as the chairman of the State Forest Guard.
As the chairman of the Forest Guard, I have a commander, operational commander, that was appointed under my watch. It is also my duty to ensure that policy directives and policy letters are generated and emanated from me to foster actions that may relegate the activities of the forest guard of Enugu State. Well, I have 3 key points that I'm going to use as my strategic operations. One, for any force like forest guard to actually perform in this era of terrorism, sophisticated herdsmen, intervention into our farmlands, and other criminal activities along with wood logging.
Will the Honorable House confirm the appointment of Colonel Daniel Ibubu retired as chairman of Enugu State Forest Guard? Those who support say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Colonel Daniel Ibubu retired is hereby confirmed for appointment as chairman of Enugu State Forest Guard.
Governor of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Mba, has joined the clergy, faithful, and thousands of mourners at Nsukka for the funeral of the late Bishop Emeritus of the Catholic Diocese of Nsukka, Most Reverend Francis Emmanuel Ogbonna Okubo. Governor Mba described the late bishop as a great shepherd, a man who gave his life in total service to God and humanity. Reflecting on Bishop Okubo's life and legacy, the governor noted that the Bishop Emeritus walked the path of faith with humility, grace, and unwavering devotion. Mba further pledged that Okubo's values would be preserved in the state. Enugu State First Lady, Mrs. Nkechi Nyoramba, has described the role of women in community development as very critical, saying they are the core of their homes, as their nurturing spirit, organizational skills, and natural ability to collaborate are invaluable assets, even as she commended the Isuzu Council's boss, Barrister Obiora Obago, for flagging off free health insurance coverage for 5,000 indigents of the area under the Enugu State Agency for Universal Health Coverage and Enugu State Primary Health Care Development Agency. Mrs. Mba stated this on Wednesday at Isuzu Council headquarters during Isuzu Local Government Women Convention 2025 with the theme, The Importance of August Meeting Beyond Protest and the Role of Women in Community Development. The arraignment of 2 principal suspects in connection with the fatal stabbing of 29-year-old Mweze Chiebonam during a bonfire night event at the University of Nigeria, Nsukka. Police spokesperson SP Daniel Ndukwe, in a statement on Thursday, said the suspects, Ezema Onyedikachi, 27, and Uguchi Gozie Anthony, 21, were arraigned before a competent court on a 2-count charge of conspiracy and murder and had been remanded in correctional custody. According to the statement, the incident occurred on September 12, 2025 during a bonfire night organized by the Faculty of Arts, Department of Archaeology and Heritage Studies. The event, attended by students and invited guests, turned tragic when a minor accident involving the vehicle of Ugu Anthony and that of deceased sparked an altercation. Though the disagreement was initially settled, investigations revealed that the suspects allegedly left the venue, conspired, armed themselves, with a dagger and returned to attack Chebonam. During the assault, Ezema Onyedika reportedly snatched the dagger from his accomplice and stabbed the victim fatally in the chest. Chebonam was rushed to the hospital but was confirmed dead by a doctor. And finally on the story, Enugu State's Governor Dr. Peter Mbah has paid glowing tributes to the founding fathers who fought tirelessly for the creation of Enugu State for their foresight, courage, and dedication, acknowledging that the journey of Enugu as a state has not been without challenges, starting when it was Nigeria's coal city to becoming the hub of administration in the eastern region, and today an emerging destination for investment and innovation. Mbah paid the tributes on Thursday during an official event to mark the 34th anniversary ceremony of the creation of Enugu State, organized by the Enugu State Development Association at the Michael Obara Square, Enugu. And with that story, we have come to the end of today's edition of the program. Don't forget you can join us live on Radio Garden by downloading the Radio Garden app from Google or Apple Play Store. Visit our website www.esbsenugu.com. Our YouTube at ESBS Enugu Official. Instagram handle esbs.enugu. On X, Enugu State TV. On Facebook, ESBS Enugu. TikTok, esbs.enugu. We thank you immensely for being part of today's edition of the program, and we promise to come back next week with a fresh package of the program. Until then, and on behalf of my producer, Michael Watu, I thank you immensely for being with us. I'm Precious Chukwekezie. Have a good evening.